Sometimes people come in and they just want what they want fixed and they want it right. I think in 5 sessions is what I've seen. 5 sessions to understand, stabilize, and give enough tools to where you can move forward. Other times people say, you know what, I know what my background is. I know I want change, long lasting. I want to have tools. I want to practice my tools. I want to make sure that I'm good at what I do with my emotions, with my sexual skill sets. And so that's a 3-month commitment. How I conduct my sessions is via Zoom. So video, anywhere in the world. I hold my sessions via Zoom. So I can, between the two of us, we figure out your time zone, we make it work, we meet video. Zoom is just an app that you download on your computer. Well, it's typical unless you live here, and people who live here say, oh no, I want to come to you and I want to be in your office. And that's fine too. I meet with people one-on-one.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's very typical. It's actually become very typical. Then now you have your choice of what therapist you want, right? You're not limited to your geographic area. Computers these days, it's so easy. It's a cut and paste. I give you a link. If you know how to cut and paste and put in your browser, if you know how to Google anything, you can find me. We can do it over the phone. I'll tell you, one of the go-to modalities I use, I like to see you physically because we're tapping on nodes, because we're using brain science to rewire your brain, rewire your behavior, finding your hidden beliefs. So I like the visual. I work with singles and couples. What happens, what finally makes them make the phone call is it feels like stuck, but it looks like sex. That's kind of a funny way to say it, but that's exactly how it feels. Yeah, you know what, you don't have to be broken or shut down or stuck to come see me. That is a popular one only because as the human condition, right, we might know what's good for us, but until we're in absolute pain, do we not make any adjustments to our behavior or changing our situation. So a lot of people come to me in pain. But the fun thing is, and actually it's kind of growing typically more, I'll work with a couple who's having a really difficult time getting along, having a difficult time with jealousy, and they've been putting themselves in the lifestyle, right? If you're not familiar with what that means playing with multiples in group settings of a sexual nature, right? They haven't been doing well. Then they might go away from the lifestyle for some amount of time. They come see Dr. Oneal, then they show back up in the lifestyle, and people are like, whoa, what happened to you guys? Because you're showing up, there's not jealousy, there's not drama, what have you been doing? And honestly, that's how my names have been getting passed around quite a lot. Yeah, what does it mean to show up? I use that term all the time. It means you're 100% there. You've got a clear head, you've got clear behavior, clear decisions, you're there in mind, body, and spirit. You own what you're doing and you're rocking it. Oh, right, that's in the moment. And showing up even lasts after the fact. There's no guilt, there's no second guessing, there's no wondering, worrying, should I, would I, could I have? No, because you're there. Don't. You know what a good rule of thumb that I use for that is? Every relationship, but especially your sexual relationship, 2 things hinge on its success: emotional safety and physical safety. What do you need to feel emotionally safe? What do you need to feel physically safe? When you can define those for yourself, and I'll give you a link on my website. I have a worksheet on this very thing, emotional and physical safety. Questions you can ask yourself, questions you can discuss with your partner. When those 2 things are in place, everything is 1,000 times better. Conversations are better, physical expression is better with your clothes on, and physical expression without your clothes on, right? Sexual acts are 10,000 times better when you have physical and emotional safety. The most frequent mistake that I find people making, and this is after dealing with hundreds of people, Different people, different walks of life, different socioeconomic levels, different intellectual levels. Everybody is making this one mistake and no one is talking about it. And that is not adapting their sex life to their life. What do I mean by that? I mean that when you come into your relationship new, you come in with what you're going to agree to, how you're going to live, how you're going to be, fall in love, get married, presumably, or at least live together. All of that is that. And then life starts to happen. Things start to change. You adapt your job. You adapt where you're living. You're probably going to move. You may or may not have children. Size of family grows. Everything adapts and ebbs and flows with the circumstance of life. But the one thing that doesn't change, the one thing that everybody keeps hands off, is the rules and agreements that they came into the relationship with about how they're going to behave sexually. And it's unbelievable the havoc that it wreaks. You're together over time. You want it to be interesting. You've chosen this person, presumably. Every aspect of your life changes. Couples know how to ebb and flow with these changes, with the exception of sex. Why is that? Fear. Probably fear. They don't want to rock the boat. Why aren't they willing to discuss? Lots of varieties of fear, and because of that, people stay away from adapting their sex life to their life.